Hi, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing a reading that I feel called to do. It's a divine feminine reading, but masculine's welcome as well. I'm going to be pulling from my divine feminine oracle deck tonight for this one. I got a flashback memory today, and I'm being called to speak on it, talk about it. This might be a message in a message for someone out there that needs to hear it, okay? So I went back in my memory to a time, this was 2020. It was COVID. And in my memory, I was sitting on my kitchen floor. And 2020 was one of the roughest years I've had by far, because I live in a country where we had extreme lockdowns and life was really hard here in Europe. Not just because of that, but also because my job was affected by COVID. So we had really strict regulations. It was actually, for a very long time, it was basically illegal for me to work, okay? Because I work in a field that deals with like face-to-face customer contact, right? So I wasn't allowed to work. And the state, my country, they did have government assistance, but it by far was not enough, okay? So in that time, I was really struggling, especially with money. And just generally the way that my life was going, I had a lot of personal problems. And I had some serious depression. And in that memory, I was sitting on my kitchen floor and I was worn out. I was very depressed, extremely depressed. And I was actually contemplating if I wanted to go on. I felt hopeless. I felt like no one around me cared about how I was feeling. I felt like the weight of the world was on me, struggling to get through it, and I had no one. I was so lonely in that time. I felt so lonely. I don't know why I got that memory today, but that memory was when I really hit rock bottom. I was so lonely. I don't know if someone that watches my channel is going through something like this, okay? But just what drove me back then into that depression was, for one, money. The money woes. I didn't know how I was gonna support myself. I was not allowed to work. It was a really depressing time. Here in Europe, we had the thing with you can't go anywhere without either having a COVID test or the vaccine, or so many restrictions on life. We had the night restrictions. It was tough. And then on top of that, like I said, I had a lot of issues in my personal life with the people that were around me, and generally just feeling so alone and feeling like nobody cared about how I was struggling, especially when it comes to my mental health. I felt like the people that were closest to me just didn't care and didn't even want to really help, okay? In the sense that I didn't feel like there was a single person that was reaching out to me to see if I was okay, or, it was just a really hard time, okay? Deep, deep, deep depression. I even the mental health services in this country, it's like I I called the suicide hotline number back then. And they basically hung up on me and told me they couldn't help me. And that was like the last line. I felt like I had no one to talk to. I feel like I had no one. And then even the hotline didn't want to listen to me. And it was so lonely. It was so hard. And now, I mean, depression is a funny thing. Because when you're going through it, you really feel like it's never going to get better. You just really feel like it's never going to end. Like you're just always going to feel that way. It feels so hard to find even a glimmer of hope in the whole thing. But looking back on it now, I don't feel that way anymore, right? I'm not in that space anymore. I'm not depressed anymore. So I have to think back to how I felt back then, but looking back, it always gets better. It's just that moment where it feels like it's never going to end. And, especially with things like money and food. And that was a time where I was starving, okay? It was rough. And there was no possibilities. It wasn't like, oh, well, then just go get a job. You couldn't. It was like there was nothing you can do besides ask the government, like, when's the next check coming? Because you're not allowing me to work, right? So it was hard. So I don't know why I got that flashback today. But I've been contemplating that for a second now. And looking back, I realized that in 2020, when I really hit rock bottom, that was the beginning of me turning to God. That was the beginning of me putting all of my faith in God and just praying and asking for relief. 2020 wasn't the beginning of me getting to my gifts. It wasn't my it was a spiritual awakening. It was a pretty significant spiritual awakening. Just generally with everything going on around the world and the rabbit hole, and for anybody that went down that one, okay, so there was a lot of information and stuff. So there was definitely an awakening. I've always been really sensitive to energies. I've always had supernatural contact. That even goes back to my home where I was living growing up, where it was definitely haunted. Okay, I felt that ghost. It was not a mean ghost, but it was definitely a spirit that had not passed over peacefully, and it was in that house. And so I knew that I had a connection, but in 2020 is when I really tuned into it way more. Or not maybe 2020, but the years following that is when I actually really got way more into my spiritual journey, because it started with that moment where I was like, please save me. And that only got stronger with time, that reliance on God and the prayer to please help me find some deliverance, okay, in this crazy life, right? Lonely times, the loneliest times of my life were right around that time. But it kind of brought me to realizing that I'm actually not alone. There's a lot of things around me that want to talk to me and tell me that they're there. Yeah. But the other thing that kind of got me today is I was called to look into my Bible. And I have not looked at my Bible in a while, but it came over me that I'm supposed to find a verse in there. And I knew it was going to be something that I had already previously highlighted. I kept seeing the highlighting, so I knew it was some sort of a verse that I was being guided to. So I have it here, and I did find it. I found the verse too. So this is the first book of Timothy. It's chapter 6, verse 4. It starts with, they are conceited and understand nothing. They have an unhealthy interest in controversies and quarrels about words that result in envy, strife, malicious talk, evil suspicions, and constant friction between people of corrupt mind who have been robbed of the truth and who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. But godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that. And that reminded me of my time back then, really. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. And the other one I have here highlighted is verse 17. Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. And that one, when I read that one again, I was like, okay, I get the memory now. Because wealth, it was so uncertain back then. It was so uncertain. It was like, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to do this? When is this going to end? It feels so hard. I don't know if I can take this anymore. Like, I feel like everything is on me. Like, I don't know how to provide. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I don't know how to take care of this, okay, all by myself. I don't feel like I have anybody helping me. I don't feel like anybody really cares to help. I feel like nobody cares that I'm starving. Nobody cares that I'm struggling. Nobody is around to just make me feel like they're supporting me, or it's not even just I'm not talking about finances. I'm talking about emotional support. Okay, I'm talking about feeling like you have somebody behind you that you can lean on, right? When you just to get that feeling of like, look, it's gonna be okay, right? And I had to put my faith in God. I didn't really have another choice. It's kind of like that last feeling of defeat, right? Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. Yeah, so that might speak to you, okay? That verse, that might speak to someone here. Because I feel like there's a lot of us, or a lot of you guys in the collective, that are dealing with these kind of things, right? The malicious talk, the constant friction between people of corrupt mind who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. It's like, you might also be somebody that knows what it's like to have absolutely nothing, right? To feel like, I mean, that was really my journey of like when it really hit rock bottom, and I know that I only got up off of that floor and kept going and made it out, and not just made it out like of the depression, but made it out of the financial struggle. I made that with the grace of God. Like, I know that it was God that opened that path for me, where I had also a lot of people around me that were corrupt and that robbed me, okay, and were in it for financial gain. And I know that, looking back, it was like by the grace of God that I made it out of that, right? And the weird thing about that apartment that I was in my memory, is there was weird activity in that apartment as well, but not like spirits, not like passed over spirits. It was like dark energy, right? And even in that time, I had like a lot of issues with my health. And looking back now, I know that it was most likely because of someone in my family that was living maybe somewhere near there, okay? It was really dark, but that was also when I started to realize like that I have to protect myself, right? That there was like forces around that might actually be sending me a spirit of depression. If I'm being honest, looking back now, I ask myself if somebody was sending me a really dark spirit of depression, because I remember there was one time I really tried to go into meditation and I tried to connect with my guides, and all I felt was like this really dark energy, and it actually scared the fuck out of me to the point where I stopped. Like I got out of my meditation because it was so demonic. And now I know why that was there. Now I know why I felt that way in that apartment. And look, somebody in the collective might be dealing with depression. I don't know. I feel like that's why I'm getting this message today, okay? But if you feel like it's never going to get better, it will. And look, I'm like channeling something because my ears are turning all red again, right? I know what it's like to feel like it's never going to end, or there's never going to be brighter days, or you don't know how you're going to get out. And it's like you feel like you need a miracle. But believe me, miracles do happen. They do. And if you just, I'm not going to tell you to pray because you probably already do, okay? But the door will open. Sometimes we don't know when. And honestly, for me, it took me probably until around 2022 for that door to open, where I started seeing things more clearly and I started understanding the way out, right? It takes a while. Sometimes it takes a while. It might not take that long, but don't give up, okay? As hard as it can get, because it does get better. And since that time, 2020, I have not had depression like that again. That was really the last final big fit of like some hard times there. But so in case you guys don't know this song, I'm not gonna read off the lyrics. It's just a song to maybe listen to, because this song has also been coming up for me the last couple days. It's called Oceans, in parentheses, Where Feet May Fail, and it's by Hillsong United and Taya, however you pronounce that. So that might be something to listen to, okay, to give someone some hope. But just know that you are not alone, and I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about your spirit guides, okay, your ancestors. They are there. Even when you feel like you are alone, you're not, okay? So let's see, I'm gonna get one of these cards here and see what Divine Feminine is joining us today for this reading, with maybe another inspirational message here. So let's see, which Divine Feminine? We have Shekinah, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Yeah, and one thing that really helped me when I was going through my depression, I can only give this as advice, if it even is that, okay? But what really helped me is just regularly finding things to look forward to. Because I feel like that's the worst part of depression, is you feel like the sadness is never going to end, right? You feel like there's nothing to look forward to. There's like nothing good. And it's kind of finding back to what do you enjoy? Like what can give you something to look forward to, even if it's just like a trip, or even if it's, I don't know. It has to be something that you put in your calendar where you're like, okay, I can look forward to that. I know I'm going to feel good doing that. Okay. For me, it was like traveling to see my friends, okay, that lived a couple hours away. So that kind of helped me get out of that a little bit, right? Yeah, laughter leads me back to the light. So let's see, Shakina, what's your message for us today? 138. Okay, I'm going to skip over who she is. I'm going to go straight to when your soul selects her card. So in the Zohar, the main sacred text in the Kabbalah, the Shekinah is described as being a world within the world, as a bright radiance at the center of everything. All life on earth, all consciousness is a part of her light and is therefore sacred. The metaphysical theory of immanence is that the divine presence is manifested in the material world. So there isn't actually any matter, whether organic or inorganic, that isn't also part of the divine. The Shekinah is light that inhabits your body, your cells, and is in the cells of all the people and objects you see around you. She is also about pure experience. She is the message, the truth, that there is a light at the center of everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad. And the Shekinah is the reminder that we are not just the body or this pain we might be going through or this confusing moment in our brief life. We are light. We are molecules of heaven in human form. And right now, we can just know this. We can experience the light we are, and that can be enough. That can be the miracle and the answer we actually need. Not words or meaning, but simply and more profoundly pure, radiant being. So, enter the heart and repeat this mantra, I am the light, or I am light. See what images or words arise. Okay. There is light at the center of everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad. Yeah. I mean, I guess if I want to find the good and the bad at that time, like I said, it was like the beginning of my my walk with God, if you want to say it like that. It was definitely the beginning of that, where I definitely turned and put all of my faith in God. 2020. Because there was just so much pain. There was just so much pain, so much hopelessness that's all I really had, right? And that was the beginning. After that, the years that followed, they didn't get easier necessarily, but I definitely got out of the depression, okay? And after that time, I just felt the guidance. I just felt it. I just knew that I was being guided in a certain direction, and it helped me no longer feel hopeless because I knew that I was being guided through it. There was no need to feel despair or hopelessness, like it's never going to get better, because I had that belief and that faith that I was, no matter how hard it was, God and my guides and my angels, and my ancestors, they were always going to show me the next door, and they were always going to guide me to the next truth, and they were always going to show me the way, and I just needed to stay open and receptive, okay? And after that, there was a lot of other lessons. So let's see here, collective. What is your message tonight for the person that might be struggling right now? What is your message here? The King of Wands. Yeah, struggle. 10 of Wands. The World in reverse, feeling like it's never going to end. I can't believe, look at this, look at these cards. The World in reverse and the 10 of Wands, that is like a struggle, that is a burden, that is feeling like the weight of the world is on you. It feels like it's so heavy, like it just feels crushing. It feels like the weight is crushing you. The sadness is crushing you. The trauma is crushing you. I mean, even in that time, let me think, was it that time? Yeah, even in that time, I was like, there was like, well, I think it was maybe like 2018, 2019. There was like a lot of old trauma coming up for me as well. Like I was going back into therapy for things that had happened years ago, that were just beginning to resurface, because I had been like not in denial, but I had like pushed it away and just not dealt with it, not processed some trauma, and that came up, and then I was like, it was just a lot. Okay, it was a lot. I felt like I had like 10 years of bad luck at that point, right? I really felt like I had 10 years of just really bad luck, like really a lot of issues in my personal life with the people around me. Like sometimes it just feels like it's, especially if you resonate with that as well, and you feel like you've had not just a year of bad luck, but like 10 years of bad luck, okay, where it's just like 10 years of just, I mean, I think it started with me around, I'm just going to be super open and vulnerable with you guys tonight, okay? Because I feel like this is for whoever needs to hear this, okay, or whoever may resonate. But I feel like for me, it started around like the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, where I had the first like really traumatic experience, okay? And then after that, it was like, it felt like a yearly thing, okay? It really felt like I had one trauma a year, okay? So by the time 2020 hit, I was so tired. I was like, I just feel like it's never gonna get better, because look at my life, like it's never gotten better. It's always been super turbulent. It's always been really bad experiences with the people I've met, okay, or people I was in a relationship with. Like I was just like, man, I just feel like it's never gonna like get better, right? And you just get tired, okay? You go into burnout. It feels so hard sometimes, especially when you don't have a support system around you, okay? Like I did have family there, but I would not say that that was much of an emotional support system, okay? I felt very lonely. I felt like outcasted, okay? So it was weird, but it's like someone here feels like that. I know I'm not in this energy anymore. This was for me years ago. But this is a burden that you feel like is never going to end. Like you just want to put it down. You're just waiting to put it down already, right? The Page of Cups. Yeah, I mean, it could even have something to do with a child, with children, okay? Not saying that your child is the burden. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're going through a time where you feel like the entirety of the responsibility is on you, okay? So let's say you have children and nobody helps you with the children, right? Maybe you're completely alone, you're a single parent, and you don't have really anyone around that helps you, takes the burden off for you, watches the kid or the kids, okay, and gives you a break. Like, that can be mentally exhausting and draining when you're already dealing with, a lot of other issues. You're dealing with adult problems, you're dealing with depression, and then you have to, also put on a brave face every day and just kind of, at some point you feel like you're just autopiloting it, right? You're just trying to get through the day, and you're trying to provide and be there, but you feel like you're stretching yourself thinner and thinner and thinner, and there's no break, right? And I feel like, especially if you have kids and then you have family around that just like, they just don't even see why they need to help you. I mean, this could even be family members that say things like, well, it's your kid, so it's your responsibility. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, but okay, stuff like that, right? So it can really feel like you were stabbed in the back, okay? So especially if you feel like whoever the family is around you or the support system around you, that they would say things like, oh, don't worry. I mean, especially if you have children, oh, don't worry, we'll help you, right? So maybe single parents can resonate with that. It's like your family members, oh, we'll help you, don't worry, we'll help you, we'll be there for you, we'll help you with the kid. And then they never do. They never take the kid off your hands. They never babysit. They don't want to see the kid. They don't want to. It's not their responsibility, and they just watch you struggle and struggle and struggle and never get a break and never get a break. And it's exhausting. I mean, how much is one person supposed to take? There's a reason why they say it takes a village to raise a child, because it fucking does. Okay, it does, right? And now, depending on, I don't know how it was in the States with the schools and stuff, but like, look, in COVID times, schools were closed, okay? So kids are home all day long, every single day, with you all day long, every single day. I mean, shit, that is mentally exhausting. And then, well, I don't know. For me, I can just resonate with the COVID time, okay? But I feel like whoever you are, you could also maybe be going through a time where you're financially struggling. So I'm just gonna kind of combine that, right? So it's like, if you don't even know how you're gonna make money, or or your job is not bringing you enough money, or you don't really even know how you're gonna provide, it's like you got another mouth to feed, okay? I mean, these are the kind of conditions where you start starving yourself so that your kids get enough to eat, right? Like, I just think back on that time, and I know how much weight I lost. Like, you could see my bones. I'm not even kidding. You could see my fucking bones. I was starving. Yeah. And then you're like dealing with depression and out of a job. No mental breaks. You don't even get a mental break. You don't even have a fucking break to go and take a walk in peace and in silence. It's like you're just running like a motor for 12 hours a day, okay? And then it starts all over again the next day, and it's like, shit. Like, there was a statistic. I know there was a statistic. I saw it in the news of that during COVID there was a staggering increase in suicides at that time. And honestly, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't. Because it was fucking hard. It wasn't even the virus that was so horribly, well, I mean, depends on, like, I was fortunate, okay, and I didn't see people around me that got it really bad, but I don't know what your guys' experience was, but for me and for the country that I lived in, honestly, I feel like the lockdowns were so fucking more detrimental than they should have been. It was just so ridiculous. I mean, but whatever. That's a conversation for another day. What's the world in reverse? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, job. Making money, right? Your business and your job. High Priestess. The Devil in reverse. The Devil in reverse. The High Priestess and the Devil in reverse. It's like turning to God and saying, God, please deliver me from this evil, right? Please deliver me from this evil. Not just the evil that was going on in the world, but, you know, for me, it was like, deliver me from the evil that is the weird spirits that were sent to this apartment. Like something, I feel like something was sent to that apartment, man. I'm not even kidding. Looking back, Page of Cups. But in that time, I had not awakened to like people doing dark magic, right? And that's a thing, and that people actually do dark spells and stuff like that. Like I had not even awakened to that people send demonic spirits and evil spirits to people's homes and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't know. Now looking back, I'm like, shit, I think that's what was going on with me, man. I'm not even kidding. Like also because of my health issues. Like I had horrible health issues that just didn't get better, and it was just weird. Page of Cups, the Two of Wands. Yeah, pain. The heartbreak and the pain. Yeah, it's like this is pain. You're going through pain. You're going through pain. That's exactly what I feel is the message today. It's like this absolute pain and despair. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Two of Wands. Like, what should I do? What should I do? Should I keep fighting? Five of Wands. Should I keep fighting? It's like, because at that point it becomes a choice. Like you have to decide to keep fighting because your body feels like it's giving up, right? Your brain feels like it's giving up. You have to choose to fight, and it actually feels like a physical fight, like putting that energy into getting up and keep going and choosing to just, you know, especially like with the Page of Cups here, I feel like it's a child or children. So you might have a child or children. That could be the thing that saved your life or is saving your life, right? It's like, I have to keep going for my child or my children. It's like, I don't really have the choice of giving up. I can't give up. I cannot just get out of here because I have a child or children that rely on me. I have to keep fighting. I can't give up. What are the children? What is the child going to do without me? That child needs me. That child only has me. Right? That child needs me. I can't give up. I have to keep fighting. I have to keep going. I cannot just give up. It's like that. I feel like that's something that's going on here. I have to keep fighting because that child needs me. I cannot leave that child behind. I cannot leave this child alone on this earth. No. Because where's it going to go? I mean, who's going to take care of it? The family members that have, you know, basically deserted you and deserted the kid and aren't there? That child needs you. That child only has you. It needs you to not only keep going, but to get better. Or to just feel happy again. Or just not even feel happy. It's just to like find the joy in living again. Okay? Or just finding the strength, let's just put it that way, finding the strength to carry on, okay? And sometimes, especially when you have children, that's what kind of shifts the focus. It's like, you're not doing it for you. You're doing it for this child that needs you. You're doing it for the kid that doesn't have anyone but you, right? And that's the choice that you make then. And who knows, like, you know, depending on if this is what you're going through right now or if this already happened in the past, you might look back one day and realize that God sent you that child because that child saved your life. You needed that child and that child needed you. right? We need our children. They don't just need us. So what's the Ten of Wands? They give us, they give us a light at the end of the tunnel. Or they give us a direction when we don't know what direction. It's like, yeah. What's the Ten of Wands? The Magician. The Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to do. Two of Swords. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this burden on my back. I don't know. I don't know what to do. The Fool. And it's so interesting that the Fool comes out, right? Because it's like, I want to manifest. It's like, I want to do things. And this is how I felt back then. It's like, I want to work. I want to make my life better. I want to have opportunities. I feel like everything has been taken from me. I feel like everything has been ripped from me and has been destroyed. And I don't even have a say in it. Like, I felt so like defeated, right? Because I had no opportunities. There was no opportunities. So it's like blocked, right? You want to manifest, but you get blocked. So it just feels so fucking hard. It's like, I don't really know how to get out of this, right? Like, I just maybe need a mental break, but school is closed, daycare is closed. I don't have, it's like blocked, right? It's like the burden is just there and it feels like it's ongoing, right? And this is how you want to feel, the Fool. You want to feel free, light. You want to release the burden. I mean, the Fool is like the complete opposite of the Ten of Wands. There's no burden. It's like, I'm free. I can just jump into the unknown carelessly, freely, like, this innocent, childlike energy. But right between the Magician and this Fool is this Two of Swords. It's like this block. And that's the Ten of Wands. It's like this, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to think. I feel like my brain is numb. Like, you're just on autopilot. Like, you don't even want to go into the thoughts, because when you start going into the thoughts, you start spiraling with the thoughts. Okay, so you have to stop the thoughts because you start spiraling with the thoughts. It's like, shit. Man, okay, what's the World in reverse? The Lovers. A relationship. The Five of Cups. Sadness. Grief. Sadness. The Tower. Yeah. So this could come on top of everything else, right? A relationship that just causes you so much sadness and grief. Close relationships, like I said, close relationships that just make you feel so lonely, so sad, so lonely. Depressed. Depression. Especially when it comes to how someone is treating you, right? Going through a time with a partner relationship where you just don't know, like, is this person ever going to treat me better? Am I always going to get treated like this? It's like kicking someone when they're down, especially if you've told this person that you're struggling and they just don't even really care, okay? Or you just feel so emotionally neglected. Like, this has a lot to do with feeling emotionally neglected and feeling like no one cares, right? About how you're struggling. The Four of Cups. Yeah, feeling like no one cares. Feeling rejected by everyone around you, right? Feeling like every single time you want to talk about your feelings, you get the door slammed in your face. Just feeling like you have no one to talk to. That's what this feels like. It's like, I have no one to talk to. Like, nobody is there. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? King of Cups. A King of Cups. Four of Wands in reverse. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? Meeting and conversing in reverse. Friendship in reverse. Feeling uplifted in reverse. Yeah, feeling like you have no one to talk to. You don't feel uplifted. Lacking friendships. But what is this? Help me understand this better here with this King of Cups, Four of Wands reverse. Oops. The Queen of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. No passion. There's no passion. There's no inspiration. There's no action to be taken. You don't feel like you can make a move. You don't feel like you can take a step, or this is a missed opportunity. Eight of Wands, taking action here, High Priestess. What does this mean? Something that was sent? A message that was sent? Queen of Cups. A message that was sent, or something that was sent here. What's the Eight of Wands? Here's the truth. The truth is coming out. Dragonfly. Finding out, things are coming to light about how you focused on yourself and your self-worth and your self-appreciation and took time to heal. But I don't even feel like this is really focused on self. It doesn't feel that way with all these cards. I feel like self-indulgence is more about like, here's the truth about you feeling like you are all on your own. Focus on yourself. You're alone. You're trying to focus on yourself because you're just what else are you supposed to do, right? Besides trying to focus on yourself here, talking, text, calls, and emails. Okay. Lying about an engagement ring, or lying about a gift, lying about jewelry. Lies about jewelry, lies about a gift, a ring. Interesting. What's the High Priestess? The Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. Some sort of communication about money, a lot of money. So you might have had a friend. Maybe there was someone. Maybe there was one person here. Maybe there was one person here that knew what you were going through, or knew how you were struggling, or knew financial issues, or maybe that's happening right now, okay? Maybe somebody sent you a lot of money, or maybe somebody will send you money. Nine of Pentacles is a lot of money. Yeah, this is about somebody communicating about money, or receiving money, or somebody sending someone money, or somebody could be sending you money, or maybe somebody sent you money in the past, a lot of money to help, okay? To help out, possibly, because they knew that you were really struggling and you were really having a hard time keeping your head above water, okay? Or this is what's coming in for you. Maybe someone will be communicating with you soon and saying, hey, look, I can send you a little bit of money, okay? I can maybe send you a couple $100, right? If that helps. What's the devil in reverse? The Page of Wands and the Hierophant. Page of Wands, Hierophant. What is this Hierophant here? A message. So these messages are not connected to a Hierophant. Or this message is not connected. The devil in reverse is really giving me this is not connected. There's things here that are not connected to each other. Okay? It's some sort of a message. The Page of Wands and a message. That's a message about a child. I was feeling that there was something here with a child or children. So messages surrounding a child. Maybe you were talking to someone in your community about your child or your children, or how you feel, or how it's a burden, okay? Or how you're just having a hard time or you're struggling, okay? Some sort of messages about a child or children, or I feel like it has to do with your depression, honestly, whatever this is. And fears surrounding money and finances and how you're going to make it through, okay? But who's the Hierophant? The Courthouse. So the Hierophant could be a judge, could have something to do with court, some sort of messages that were given to a judge about a child. How'd they get these messages, huh? How did a courthouse and a judge get some sort of messages about your depression and you talking about your child or children, or talking about a child? The Knight of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. Being anxious and worried. The Magician. Okay, so somebody here decided to create some sort of an illusion surrounding possibly your mental health. The Queen of Cups. Your emotions, your mental health. Maybe they gave this to a lawyer. The Knight of Wands and the Chariot. A Cancer, possibly. Or somebody took action on this. Somebody decided to take some sort of action here because of a struggle with mental health and depression. Okay. When it comes to a plan, and somebody not knowing what to do, King of Cups. Tell me about this Three of Wands. A message. I think I already know exactly what this is. The Ace of Wands. A message. I knew it. A message about death. But it's not death. It's the S word. It's the SUICIDE word. So there's some sort of messages here, okay? If this is your story and you resonate with this, you might have expressed to someone over text message that you are doing really bad, okay? That you have thoughts because you're in pain. It looks like these messages were exploited. Now, I don't know who has these messages or why they have these messages or how they got these messages, but they are exploiting this time in your life. So either you're going through this or this happened in the past and it's like, how'd they get these messages? And why the fuck are they taking it to a courthouse? See, when this Three of Wands came out, I already felt it. This is about planning something. Something about your mental health and your mental stability. You could have had a conversation with someone expressing to this person that you're depressed, okay? That something feels like a lot. Talking about, you know, whoever you were talking to, it has to be someone extremely close to you, right? Because you're not going to go and trust a random person with this kind of information. But whoever has these messages has decided to exploit this and use it against you in court. Am I getting it correctly here? Am I getting this correctly? I can't even make it up. The sun. I can't even believe it. Look, the sun comes out. Wow. Degenerate. Humans like this, degenerate. Okay? Because honestly, I can tell you, based off of this energy here, that whoever was struggling with their mental health had absolutely no help in getting out of that fucking hole. Okay? Whoever was sitting there so depressed and burdened to the point where they had ideations, whoever this asshole is that took these messages to court, do you think that person gave a fuck about collective's mental health? I can answer that for you. They fucking didn't, okay? So tell me what kind of an asshole doesn't give a shit about somebody wanting to possibly end their suffering because it feels that unbearable and crushing and traumatizing, okay? Doesn't do shit about it, doesn't care, doesn't help, doesn't help with the burden, doesn't help with the struggle, doesn't help with the mental stability, doesn't help with the issues, doesn't help with the kids, but runs to court. Just let that one sink in. Okay? Just let it sink in. Yeah. So who did this? Who was it? Who was this person that exploited this time in Collective's life for the courthouse? Huh? Who was it? A Queen of Cups. A Queen of Cups lied. A Queen of Cups, it was a Queen of Cups, created an illusion and lied to a judge. I can guarantee you, Collective, that this Queen of Cups was not there for you at all. Okay. This Queen of Cups, if you were messaging this Queen of Cups these things, this Queen of Cups didn't do fucking shit about your mental health. This person might have even made it worse. And then they turn around and they create an illusion to court. This person is a demon. Honestly, sorry to put it that way. I honestly don't believe that this Queen of Cups, if you felt this lonely and depressed and at the end and unbearable pain, And this Queen of Cups is a manipulative liar that went to the courthouse and lied and came in with slander and lies and gossip and manipulation. This Queen of Cups was not there. This person did not care. This person, what a fucking... Control your words. Okay. Yeah, I can't even make it up. Look at this. 5 of Swords. Deceptive, conniving, backstabbing, calculated, selfish, deceptive, two-faced snake. This is the kind of person that secretly hopes that you just get out of here. Honestly, why the fuck else would she be taking it to court? Huh? So you told this Queen of Cups that you're not doing too good. And she read those messages and said, you know what? I could use these against this person in court. What a fucking... Fill in your favorite profanity word here, okay? I'll let you guys finish that sentence. Queen of Wands, coming out again with the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. What should I say to that? Okay. Wow. Tell me about the Page of Cups. The King of Pentacles. Oh, or maybe, yeah. Who was it? I don't know. Okay, we have a King of Pentacles here now. So I don't know if you'll know. I don't know. I don't even know who you sent these messages to, honestly. No idea. Honestly, when you're in the depths of depression, okay, like if you're like me and this shit happened years ago, you might not even remember who the fuck you were talking to, okay? Like for me, all I have of that memory is me sitting on the floor in my kitchen. And that's where I started spiraling. It was on the floor of my kitchen, okay? I don't fucking know who I texted back then, okay? But someone here has these messages of you. You'll know, maybe. We have a King of Pentacles here, a Queen of Wands, and a Queen of Cups. So, okay. Strength. I don't know. Maybe you were even texting your dad. I don't know why I'm getting that off King of Pentacles and Strength. It's even kind of giving me like maybe you texted your dad or something like that. I don't know. The Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Something about feeling betrayed because of an offer. What? What is this? Page of Cups. The Chaser. Chaser in a codependent relationship. Fear of abandonment. What? What's the Knight of Cups? Not talking to a friend. Girl talk in reverse. You were not talking to a friend here. You were not dating, meeting someone new. A Knight of Cups. Not talking to a friend. You were not dating or meeting someone new. What's the Ten of Swords? Axe. Breakup, separation, silent treatment, abandonment. Or Or maybe you had just gone through a breakup, or there was a breakup, or did you hear that candle? It just went boop. Okay, so maybe during this time there is a breakup, or there was a breakup and a separation, and you felt betrayed, and you reached out to someone and said you don't want to date someone new, or you don't want to be single, or you don't want to move on. Okay. What's the Three of Swords? Heartbroken, deeply hurt, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning, heartbroken. So there was some sort of a breakup here maybe, okay? Tell me about this. The Seven of Pentacles. About wanting to invest into something, work on something. The Wheel of Fortune. What is this being worked on? Seven of Pentacles. The Star. No new beginning, missing an opportunity. No hope, no new beginning, no spark, no passion. With the Star, healing, a new beginning. I feel like I'm missing something here. Hold on. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something between these two segments here. The Nine of Wands. Not giving up, keep fighting, keep going, resilience. The Wounded Warrior. The Ace of Wands, a new beginning. A new beginning. The Eight of Swords in reverse. A new plan of action to free oneself. Judgment. Who's trying to free themselves here? No more fighting. Five of Wands in reverse. Ten of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Giving to family. Somebody giving something to family. Five of Wands in reverse. Resolving conflict, not wanting to fight anymore. Wait a minute. What is this here? What is this Eight of Swords reverse? An official person. Okay, so this could have something to do with this court situation here. Somebody trying to free themselves from some sort of imprisonment with an official person. What's the Six of Pentacles? Journey. Giving something to someone, to some sort of equal give and take on a journey. A main male had thoughts. Okay, so a main male thought about something here, about giving something to family. What was given to family here? Six of Pentacles. Something was not progressing, not arriving. Somebody did not receive what they need. Keys on a ring. Many options, decisions, unconventional string along, a one-night stand. Somebody thought about a decision, or somebody had multiple decisions or multiple options when it comes to giving something. A main male thought about giving something to someone. A key? Keys on a ring. A key to a family situation. Because of what? I'm still missing something here. Something was not love. Love in reverse. Claiming that there was no love, or somebody, or there's no love in a situation, or a main male thought that they would give to their family or a family because there's no love with you, or that they don't love you, or that you're only a one-night stand or a string along. The truth. Be lighthearted, finding out things are now coming to light. That there was no ending and there was no new beginning, or something did not end. Cough in reverse. The truth coming out about there being no ending or no death. The truth about why there was no death. Why there was no ending. Okay. So whatever this is, this has something to do with how they tried to free themselves from some sort of imprisonment here with an official person. And something that a main male thought about here when it comes to giving equally, or giving something to their family, or a family dynamic, okay? How to resolve conflict. So what's this Two of Wands? This is a choice. What's the Two of Wands? Ten of Swords in reverse. A choice to not end something completely. The Temperance. The choice to overcome betrayal, or the choice to survive? What choice? What's the Two of Wands? Here, this is the truth. This is the truth about a choice to survive, to not end, to not have a painful ending, to overcome betrayal, to overcome an ending, to live on, the choice to live on. Honestly, that's what I'm getting off of this. The choice for you to live on, the choice for you to not succumb to your depression. This is the truth. The truth is, you didn't succumb to your depression. The truth is, it was a really hard time in your life, or it is a hard time in your life, but it's a phase. The truth is, there's always a lot of circumstances that put someone in a situation like this. But I guess the truth has to come out because you have backstabbing, conniving, calculated, two-faced, asshole, third parties, family members around you that are exploiting this and taking it to court. So that's why the truth needs to come out, apparently. Okay. What's the Five of Wands? Like, yeah, Spirit agrees with me. They're self-absorbed narcissists. Backstabbing, two-faced, conniving, asshole narcissists. That's what they are. Okay? Spirit agrees. That's my confirmation. So what's the Five of Wands? Look, it's a whole group of them too. It's a whole group of backstabbing, deceptive, conniving, calculated, narcissistic assholes. Okay? A whole group of them. Moment of enlightenment. Hanged Man. About what? The Hermit. Oh, for the Hermit? For the person looking into this, or what's the Hermit? Or somebody watching this, or somebody looking into this, or somebody doing a psychological evaluation on you, okay? The Hermit is someone that seeks answers, somebody that is wise, somebody that looks within, searches for the answers, okay? Somebody that is mature and has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So who's the Hermit? What's the Hermit here? Occupation. It's somebody that does it as a job. Okay, so it's somebody's job to look into stuff or be a hermit. That's their job. Look at this. Judgment, adjudication, and the toil and labor. So there's a hermit here, and this is their job. They're looking into, I guess, these claims or something that these people have said about you and these messages possibly, right? So here's the truth about the messages. Okay, anything else we need to know about this? Queen of Swords. Here's the truth. The truth about these messages. Okay? So, or this information that these people, I don't even want to call them people at this point, really. Like, it's irking me, because what kind of a human being does that to another person? What really gets me is that I know that these people, they would have laughed at you, right? Or they laugh at you. They wouldn't have given a flying fuck if you were dead, but they exploit this and they take it to a judge. I mean, what is wrong with you? And why is the judge or the authorities not looking at these people and going, okay, so this person was really struggling with mental health, so why didn't you get them to a therapist maybe? Or why didn't you help them? Or why didn't you, get them some sort of services, or, some sort of like sitting down with someone? I mean, what is this? It's really rubbing me the wrong way. What's the Ten of Wands? The Six of Wands in reverse, yeah. Feeling absolutely defeated and burdened. Here's the truth. What's the Magician? Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you felt like you couldn't go on anymore. You felt like you couldn't fight anymore. Either this is the past or this is how someone feels right now, okay? In the collective, one of you guys. When you feel like you just cannot fight anymore, you feel like you want to just give up. You just can't do it anymore. You're tired. Your soul is actually physically tired. You feel burnt out. You feel like, I cannot take another day of this. Why is that here with the Magician? Because it was manipulated, because it was used to their advantage to put you in a bad light. I just like, okay. Knight of Swords, yeah, this communication here. Something that you communicated or expressed here. The Tower and the Star. The Tower and the Star. Why is the Tower here? The Tower is here for a main female in reverse. Oh, is this the one that decided to exploit these messages, huh? Main female in reverse is going through a Tower moment. Why? Soulless. There's a soulless being here. Courtship. Because of a relationship, because of a courtship. Why is a main female in reverse going through a tower because of a relationship? Because of a house. Because of a house. Because of a property. Because of a plan. Two of Wands. Because of a choice. Knight of Cups. A King of Pentacles in reverse. Because of some sort of a romantic gesture or a love gesture from a King of Pentacles in reverse who is not financially stable, who is not a provider, who was not reliant, dependable, who was not there, who was not providing, who was not a stable, grounded person, partner. Had no money, greedy, didn't help you, didn't care, watched you suffer, watched you hunger, watched you starve, had other issues to deal with. Okay. There was no fight here. Judgment. Five of Wands in reverse and Judgment. There was no fight here. There was no fight in this. There was no fight. I don't know what this means. The Ace of Swords. There was no fight in this relationship. There was no fight here with this relationship. Heartbreak and pain. Heartbroken about a relationship. What? Six of Swords. Leaving it behind. This was manipulation. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Death in reverse. There was no death. The Hermit. This was an illusion. What's the Three of Swords? Heartbroken about a separation. Heartbroken and unsure of the future. Sadness, yearning, unsure of the future. Five of Wands in reverse. There was no fight when it comes to the one. There was no fight when it comes to welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together perfect. Like, see, that's what's kind of confusing here right now, because it's like there was no fight when it comes to who is the one, or if you are the one, or welcoming love, but there was heartbreak and pain when it comes to a betrayal or a relationship and somebody being sad and thinking about the future or unsure of the future. What's the manipulation? Magician reverse. The Runner in reverse. Somebody who did not run away. Someone was not a runner. Somebody did not run away, or this was not because of a fear of commitment, or this was not because of a fear of intimacy. This was not a fear of intimacy. This was about money. Okay, wait a minute. I get it now. So let me guess. Were they saying that you were this depressed because of a relationship? You were this depressed because of love? No, you were not. I feel like with you, it has a lot to do with money, okay? Responsibilities, financial burden, generally burden, feeling alone, feeling like everything is on you, maybe struggles with job, struggles with financial opportunities. I'm just going to go back to that Bible verse, okay? This is not about love. You're not this depressed because of a breakup or somebody leaving you. Like, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck is that? It's like they're trying to say you're that kind of a person that's like, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself. I can't live without you. You fucking kidding me? Like, these people just get sicker and sicker by the day, making jokes about that. So is that what they're trying to say about someone? You're the chaser, right? You're the chaser. Oh, please don't leave me. If you leave me, I'm going to kill myself. Fuck them. Fuck these people. Fuck them. Really disgusting. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting human beings, honestly. That is not what Collective went through, okay? That is not what you went through. That is not what you're going through. You're not running after no man going, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself. Fuck these people. Fuck them, okay? Because someone here actually struggled, like the struggle, okay? I'm talking about poverty. I'm talking about all of the responsibility. I'm talking about maybe even being a single parent, no support system, no one to help, no fucking money, no food in the fridge. I'm talking about like actual desperation of living standards, okay? No one out here is killing themselves because of fucking man or woman, okay? The fuck, really? Fuck these people. Go to hell, honestly. Oh, cannot stand disgusting human beings like this. Oh my God, really? Sorry guys, I just gotta kind of gotta calm down for a second. Like, that is actually getting me really worked up. Like, how fucking dare they? I mean, just the audacity of creating a narrative like that. Shame on them. Shame on them. Shame on them. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. So anything else we need to know about this? Yeah, it's demonic. It's so evil. These people are so evil. Demonic. I don't have any other words to say. I mean, honestly, Collective, I can just feel the evil, distorted, like deceptive, manipulative energy coming off of these, like, they're just like flesh suits at this point, honestly. They like soulless. Absolutely fucking soulless. You cannot tell me people that do shit like this have a soul. You went through the fucking trenches. Okay? Someone here is either has gone or is going through the fucking trenches, yo. I'm talking about like absolute desperation, and not because of a relationship. Like that, just like, oh my God, like how they tried to invalidate what you went through. Like that just gets me. Like how invalidating that is. How fucking invalidating that is. Like you're struggling with poverty, okay? No money, no food, like I said, no family, no support, no friends, no help, responsibilities, don't know how to provide, no job, okay? It could be a whole fuck ton of things. Trauma after trauma after trauma, years of bad relationships, bad treatment, abuse, surrounded by narcissists, demonic narcissists that are just trying to make your fucking life hard. And then they have the audacity, after these people have outskirted you, pushed you away, left you in the dirt, left you with absolutely fucking nothing, left you to take care of your emotions all by yourself, all of your responsibilities on you, no help, nobody caring, no emotional support, nobody that even gives a flying fuck if you're alive or not. They have the fucking audacity to diminish all of that, invalidate all of that pain, and then say you want to kill yourself because you're a chaser running after a man. Go fuck yourself to hell. These demonic people, really, oh God, I'm so angry. What kind of disgusting? It's disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. Spirit's like, keep your peace and calm down. Like the Temperance and the Four Swords, like, calm down. Just don't say anything at all. I know, I'm trying so hard, but like, who does this? Look, calm down. It's just sad. Yeah, you overcame this. 4 of Cups in reverse. It's going to get better, okay? Yeah, you just need to hold on. Stay strong, okay? This was an attempt, what they did here, it was an attempt to honestly diminish your value as a human being, okay? You're an empress. This is a divine feminine reading. Whoever you are an empress. And you're not an empress because you're running around saying, I'm an empress. You're an empress because of what you've been through. An empress is all of the queens of the deck, which means that you have gone through all of the queens of the deck and you've mastered the elements. You're a master of the elements. The Empress isn't just born, okay? The Empress is made. And you are an Empress. And it's because of what you've been through. And it's because of the strength that you have within you that was made. It was made. It was fortified. It's what got you here. It's what got you through everything. It's what built the stamina. It's what built the strength, the drive, the resilience, the determination, the hope, the positive outlook, holding on to hope and better times, knowing that you can always revive, okay? Where in winter things die, but the spring comes. 6 of Wands in reverse. This was just an attempt at diminishing your value. It was just meant to make you look like something that you're not, okay? It was meant to make you look like it's like they don't want to give you your flowers. They just don't want to give you your fucking flowers. But you know what? You deserve your flowers. You deserve them. You don't just deserve flowers, you deserve the field, okay? The whole field of sunflowers, you deserve it. You probably grew it yourself too, with your own hands, right? Gardener Empress. They just wanted to make you look bad. They just wanted to make you look like you're this like pathetic thing that like runs after men and is you're so desperate that you like every time a man leaves you, you're like, oh, I want to kill myself because he left me. I can't live without them. It's like, you are so much more than that. Like, that's not even you. That's the thing. That's not even you. Something like that wouldn't even come out of your fucking mouth. Honestly. So ridiculous. These people need to look in the mirror. They're not even this, okay? When they are this, they can talk. But you know what? They have not been through what you've been through. The Empress in strength, you need to get to this level before you can even open your mouth like this and talk. This strength that you have, you were not born with it. Believe me, you were not born with this strength. It was made. It was tested. It was fortified, okay? It took a long time for this strength. I mean, like, and it's just, I don't know why it just came to me like this, but like another thing for me, when I was, during COVID, 2020, I feel like probably that was also one of the years that was the worst for my self-esteem. Like, my self-esteem was in the bucket. I think that was the worst self-esteem that I've ever had in my whole life. Yeah, 2020 was rough. Like, even just for my self-worth. okay, how I felt about myself. Like, so look, that's another thing. Like confidence, okay, and self-worth is another thing that is not, you're not born with it. That is made. That is self-made. You have to make that. You have to find that. You have to grow into that. And it takes a lot, because especially when you're going through stuff like this all by yourself, there's nobody in the world that is going to give it to you. There's no one around you that's going to make you feel better or make you feel more valuable or make you feel worthy enough. It's like you have to find that yourself, right? And I think that for me, after that year, that's when I really started growing into my confidence. It took a long fucking time, okay? Like, it did not happen. It did not happen right after that. Look at what is going on. Yeah, I'm so fired up right now. I'm so angry. My circulation is all fucking weird. Yeah, that's the message. Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. That is the message tonight, guys. That's the message. Just hold on. It's going to get better, okay? You have the strength within you, even if you feel like you don't. Even if you feel like you had it before and now it's gone. It's not gone. It's still in there, but maybe the lion is just sleeping right now, okay? Hibernating, right? But it'll come back. There's going to be better days. They will come. They will. You just have to take it a day at a time. Like, don't tell yourself like, oh, I have to force myself to feel better. Like, don't do that. Don't force yourself into saying, oh, it's going to be fine. Like, just take it a day at a time, really. Okay? Even if you feel like shit every single day, just take it, just get through the day and just process the day. Like, that's the advice I can give. Just process the day, get through the day, but try and work on yourself a little bit every single day, but don't overwhelm yourself with the thought of like, what's going to happen then and what's going to happen in 6 months and what's going to happen in a year. Like, don't even let your mind go that far. Just take it every single day at a time, okay? Working on yourself every single day, just a little bit during the day. And that's it. That's the goal. That's the goal while you're dealing with depression, okay? When you're dealing with anxiety, when you're dealing with stress, worries, feeling like everything is too much, feeling like you can't take it, feeling like your life is falling apart, everything is falling apart, everything feels so overwhelming and exhausting and just spiraling. Like, you have to catch yourself in the spiral. And the spiral comes when you think about the future, right? So don't think about the future. Think about right now and only today and only this moment, and then just try and get through the day. And then, like I said, try and think about maybe what am I going to do on the weekend? Okay, give yourself something to look forward to, something to get your mind off of things, something to make you feel happy, okay? Or just not even happy, but just maybe makes you feel normal. And don't listen to sad music. Don't listen to sad music, okay? Don't listen to sad music. Don't. You don't have to listen to happy music, but don't listen to sad music, okay? 8 of Pentacles in reverse. The 10 of Pentacles. The 5 of Swords. Yeah, oh, they want all this money. They want all this money. Oh, were they hoping that you would just die so that they could get all this money, huh? Well, do not let this demon win, okay? Don't let these demons win, these literal demons walking the earth here in your vicinity. Don't let them win. And don't let the demon of depression win either, okay? And just give it to God, honestly. Put it all in his hands, all of it, and just take it day by day. That's all I can give you. And you're going to overcome this. 3 of Swords in reverse. You will overcome this pain. You will. I did it too. And I'm way happier these days than I was back then, okay? I am. I mean, just like the last 5 years alone, or the last 4 years alone for me have shown me that, like, God will guide you out. He will. He's going to show you the way, okay? And you just have to believe in that. You have to have faith in that, okay? So that he will provide. But I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I hope that this message reaches the person that it's meant for. I hope that it helps you. And yeah, until next time, guys. Bye.